Babe, I have a question. Remember that picture you sent me the other day when you were graduating? Was your hair dyed there or was that your natural hair?
Oh, my hair was dyed in that one.
Oh yeah, you've always dyed your hair then.
I've always dyed it.
When did you start dyeing it? How old were you?
17 or 16.
Oh, okay. So around that age, yeah.
And my hair is like starting to go gray.
Oh yeah, that happens. I got gray hairs at this age too. I need some sunlight. Natural sunlight. Woo! That's good. That's good stuff. Alright, now next. I'm gonna do my triceps.
So you know that pizza shop that I've been wanting to take you to?
Yeah.
We're pretty sure that they shut down. Like they shut the business down.
Really? Why?
Because they weren't getting enough customers.
That's because your area is very quiet there. There's nice houses. Excuse me, it's quiet. Like just right there next to where you live, there's that corner house. It's humongous, and it has like all that property. And I was just like amazed when I saw it. I was like, wow, that looks really nice. And I was looking at all the other houses. I was like, this is really nice. Yeah. But I don't know where I didn't see your house or anybody else's house in your friends or family list. I just saw where you were living. Even your I told my cousin and my friend, I was like, her apartment is really nice. Like it has. I told him when we weren't on the phone. I was like, she has a huge freaking kitchen, and then she had like it's humongous. Then she has her whole living room. Then she has an entire bedroom that's probably like the size of the living room or bigger. And they're like, I was like, bro, you could literally build like another room in there, pretty much. Technically, in your room, you could put a wall there with a door. Like you could put it like that, so somebody could just walk in. Like make it a box. That makes sense, yeah. So now you got two doors, right? Now look, now you got two rooms, and then the same thing in your living room. You could make it a smaller living room and then have an extra bedroom there. You could probably rent it out, make money, and then you can make money with your landlord. If anything, get like a paperwork saying, "Hey, I'm building two extra rooms in the apartment. I can rent them for let's just say like $400 each. Be like, I'll give you 20% or something like that, and then now you have permission on paper saying you're able to do that. Now you're making extra money, and you could be getting paid in cash most likely from people like that, or that is the same price you're getting with your checks. Think about that. Then if you do that again, you could save that up, pay your bills, and then you'll see it different. Like you could do that a second time in another apartment maybe, because then you could rent your space out in your apartment that you're in now instead of living there. Now you got three rents coming in, so now you're charging 1,600 or like 1,200. So now you're paying your bills. You're making $300-400 a month, and you're giving him 20% of that of your, you know what I mean, of your. So that's like $200 or so for him or her, and then you keep the rest like 900 or whatever. So you can make good like your let's say example you pay $700 in rent. I think you said it's between 600 and 700. I don't remember. Let's just say it's 700.
585.
Huh?
585.
Okay, so it's 600. Let's round up, so it makes it easier. So that's 600, and then you have all that. So that means technically speaking, you can rent the other bedrooms for like realistically, like if somebody wants instead of like getting their own place and paying double that, you could be like, hey, give me $300, both of you. That's $600 in cash, and then you could have it on paper with the rent with your boss, and say, hey, this is your property. I'm gonna control this if you want, and then I can get the people, and then now when you move out, now you can rent yours for 300 or 400. Now you're making like Three times three, that's three times. That's $900. So you're gonna give him 20%, or give him $50. You both make $50. But the thing is, like you said, you have to find out if you're able to do that. Like if I was you, what I would do is I'll make your bedroom too, and I'll rent it for like 450. 450 each. That's 900. That's $1,000 basically. Then I will take the living room. I'll make that. I'll make an extra bedroom there, and in the living room where everybody. So I'll make the living room part right next to the kitchen. So when people come in, the living room is right there, and then you can see like everybody can share the TV or whatever. Put a couch or whatever right there against the wall when you first come in. You put the couch right on the left side, so everybody could sit down there and watch TV that they could share. You can buy it later, or you could tell them, hey, chip in or whatever. How you should buy it. Then now you got three bedrooms. So I would do 450. That's $1,500, babe. You hear me? All right, you're back. I was saying, so 450 times three is about $1,500. So now your rent is 500 or 600, and you're making another 900 or whatever. So then you give your boss 20 to 30% of that. So you just made a couple $100. And then what you could do is, you hear me? I don't think you do. Hello? Can you hear me or no?
I can hear you. I think there's a storm coming.
Oh yeah, it has to be that. So so basically you'll be making around $1,500 a month if you rent yours out and then get another apartment for the same price. But obviously you won't you know you'll have to do that. What you would have to do is make that 900, right, and see if you can get them to pay you cash, or you know I don't know if he's gonna want to or she's gonna want to do that, because they could probably already do that. It's their property. But be like, hey, I'm willing to share my where I live with two other people, you know, because I could build two rooms. And if he doesn't want to build it, you build it. It's cheap. Sheetrock is cheap, and 4x4s. That's all you got to do. You know, literally. So now you're making almost 2 G's a month. Rounding up, you're making like 2 G's a month. Prime Tommy Morrison was an absolute nuts. All right, I'm back. So yeah, that's not a bad idea, because at the end of the day, you could tell them, hey, I'll make sure everything's in place, everything is good, no one's making a mess. If you have some rules, we're making almost $2,000 each. I mean 2,000 now. I was paying 500. This, that can cover my rent. I'm making 900 now. I'll give you 15% of that. That's almost 100. That's almost $200. So you basically be getting this, and then you could get up and then rent your spot. You get it? And then now you're making the
Yeah.
whole thing. Now you're making 1,500, and be like, hey, I'll still give you 15%, or if you want more, we can negotiate it. And then you have more money instead of having 800 a month or nine, or now you have basically doubled because now you have double. Because eight times two is 1,600. You'd be making 1,500 if you rent your room, and then you have three rooms rented now. So that's what, and then yeah, now you have a business instead of like saving only like $1,000 a year. It's nothing. You'd be saving like 10 times more than that, babe. If you're saving $1,000 a year, you'd be saving like eight to 10,000. 8 to 10,000. That's 10 times more. 8 times more. And that's after you like. And then with that, you could get another apartment and pay the 600. You'll still have a few G's left instead of $500. You know that makes no sense. That's if you communicate with your landlord. Say, hey, I'm willing to build this. I'll pay somebody to build it, and that's it. I haven't done that yet, but because I still live at home, like everybody else does, most likely
Yeah.
at this age.
Hey, I'll call you back later. We're getting ready to eat.
All right, I'll touch you later. Enjoy.
Alright.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Eat the fuck.
Allied forces are engaging an objective Delta 1. Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming. Everybody needs a truce to the destruction of the new world. Come this way. Target located. Secure our last sector, whatever it takes.
No way.
All units, defend the key objectives. The situation is critical. Stand your ground. Defend at all costs.
Do you still remember the shark?
Enemy transport marked. Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming. Let me detect first. Strategic beacons deployed. Smoke screen incoming. Strategic beacons deployed.
No.
We have lost all sectors. Operation failed. Extract immediately.
You're a security guard. I have some military training. Okay. Security guards don't get military training. They get police training, not military training. Unless you're an MP. EPI 800. was a sensor error. That if I'm behind terrain, they're not going to be able to shoot me.
Someone's about to get shafted.
Well, that's low for that map.
We have done everything in our power to reveal Havoc's motive.
I'm using 5070 and the streaming machine also. 5080 and for flight sim. And a 5090 in my laptop.
Do you still remember the sharp humor and deep humanity of MASH? The series once made America laugh and cry alongside its frontline doctors. Do you still remember the sharp humor and
This looks like a nice guy.
if a check shows up in your account every single month from Social Security, what I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes may be the single most important thing you hear this entire year, so do not move on yet. Right now, as you are watching this, a series of significant changes inside the Social Security system are already being rolled out across the country. These are not rumors. These are not speculation. These are real administrative shifts that began on March 26th, and the overwhelming majority of people collecting benefits have absolutely no idea any of this is happening. We are talking about changes that affect how your payments get confirmed, how your account gets washed over, and how the entire system that delivers your money operates behind the scenes every single month. Here is the thing that concerns me most. When people do not know what is changing inside a program they depend on, they get caught off guard. They see something unexpected in their account. They get a confusing notice and they receive a call that does not quite make sense. And because they have no context for what is going on, they either panic or they
Do you still remember the sharp humor and
is to make sure you know what's here on Benefits Audio Central. Keeping you ahead of exactly this kind of news is the entire reason we exist. So stay with me all the way through this, because by the time we finish, you will know what each of these 4 new rules actually means, why the agency introduced them, and most importantly, what you need to do or not to make sure your benefits keep providing without any disruption whatsoever. Before we get into the 4 specific changes, let me give you a little context, because understanding the why makes the what a whole lot easier to absorb. Social Security is not a small operation. We are talking about a program that sends payments to more than 6 system is now built to catch that flag before the money moves rather than after. In the old model, an error might not surface until the payment had already gone out incorrectly, which then triggered a stressful back and forth process of correction. And work through the system. The explicit goal of these new guidelines is to reduce the backlogs that have built up over time, accelerate confirmation timelines for recipients. Does not waiver. Let me take a moment to give you a little broader perspective on what this moment represents in the longer history of Social Security as a program, because I think it matters. Social Security has been in operation for decades. The demographic shifts as the population aged, wave after wave of technological transformation. Through every single one of those challenges, the program has adapted and strengthened itself so that it can
Enemy is
continue
attacking
to
objective
fulfill its
Alpha.
central promise to the people who contribute to it and depend on it. The administrative modernization effort.
Hostile target located. Target located. Enemy here. Cancel that. Target located. Hostile target located. Target located. Hostile target located. Never mind. The enemy has taken objective Alpha. Target located.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Damn.
that's another.
Enemy here. Hostile target located.
guys. I'm done.